Brilliant. Howdy.
Hello.
Hello.
We're just talking about that Seinfeld episode.
It's funny because I think I've watched through it a couple of times. I watched it when it was out, but then I've watched my box set, and then now I'm pretty far through it now on Netflix, and I don't always remember the basis of those shows, and so I haven't seen them a million times over, but I'm like, I remember the hello, and I remember having to choose between her or the, do you want to use that voice? We still use that voice? It's getting old.
Well, what's hard to remember about Seinfeld is always like 4 stories going on. So it's hard to remember which story went with which show.
That's a good point. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is. Yeah.
Look at this. Papa Pete first in the comments tonight.
Ooh. Papa Pete popped in just for a minute.
He did. Behind the scenes.
He was in the green room.
Stashnet's here.
Howdy.
Super Jeff update. Yep.
Super Jeff.
We'll all buy his console instead of the Amico. Probably not after what I found out.
We're in development now.
JD's here.
We are in development.
Oh, Lance is here. Went right over here, Lance.
Howdy, Junebug.
My mom's here.
Mama's here.
Eep's here.
Eep,
I just added you on my Switch.
What's interesting is I just thought about Eep today because something came up in science class, and I was like, oh, that kind of reminds me of Eep. Here's one. Yeah, there's Blake. I saw Blake the other day. Oh, your throat's sore? What the hell?
And my wife's here.
Peter's
here. We got a lot of people showing up right off the bat.
Wife. My wife's not even here.
She leaves every time the show comes on. I can't take it.
I'm going out of state.
I should follow suit.
Oh!
Meanwhile, my wife's sitting right here watching us on the big TV, and she's got her phone out watching us so she can comment.
Multitasking. She is brilliant. She is quite clever.
So Stashnet asked,
yes,
how was the Comic-Con shows? Because you did 3 shows, right?
Thanks for zooming in on that. Yes, it went really well. I should see if I can pull that picture. I mean, it's out there on. I got some pictures. I got to figure out how to get those out there from the thing I have. But anyway, no, it was cool. Friday night we did the gig. We were the only band Friday night. And then Saturday morning, we were back that morning. I parked for free every night. It was quite interesting, as I might say. And yeah, we showed up. Then we just pulled into the dock to unload like I owned the place. And then I had the van there for quite a while after we loaded in, changed into my kilt, got everything ready to go. And then as I'm putting on my boots, I'm like, oh, geez, I got to get back out there and find out if I got to move my van because I'm sure it might get towed or something. So I got out there. Van was fine. Pulled out, drove across the street, found a free parking space across the street. Saturday morning, we got there early enough, got a free parking space. So I went down early again on Sunday and found a free parking space again. So, but it was cool. We were the only band Friday night, like I said, and we were the first band Saturday. So my friends who do the sound and the production there, had us all laid out and set up. And after we got all set up, and then Sunday they had 2 acts before us, which meant the soundboard was set all different. So we got a late start and didn't get to play all of our songs, but we had somebody sit in, and that didn't go as well as I would have liked, maybe.
What were they playing?
They asked if we knew a certain song, and I don't think they had a clear understanding of the lyric. And so they were asking if I was going to back them up, and everything's cool. I'm not upset about anything. So, I mean, I don't want, I don't know if there's ever a time where they'll catch this show. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it didn't go as smoothly as it could have. And I thought they had more of an understanding of the song, and that some of the lyrics were off, and I'm trying to back them up. JD knows, anybody who does band stuff, they know, you got to be on. And especially if you're going to sit in with somebody, you gotta be on, and you can't just expect them to fix your stuff, And so when I was saying this word, they were saying another word. I'm like, oh, all right, I can't back you if you're not going to say the same things I'm going to.
Bing Crosby got his trademark though,
Yeah.
because he could, how he'd go during a song, he'd go because he couldn't remember the lyrics in some songs, so he just
there you go,
started making noise.
That's perfect. I mean, we've all done stuff like that. There was even a moment where I didn't say anything because I didn't remember the lyric. I'd never screwed up. It was weird because we plugged into their system. We didn't have our amps and everything, and we didn't have an acoustic drum kit. So I'm used to being put in the middle because I'm, that's the kind of anything under the kit. I did. You just never know when somebody's going to goof around and you're like, okay, I don't need that. Or, there's other reasons.
You should be proud, Stuart.
I'd be proud of it, even if it was the other embarrassing way that you don't want to always not wear something underneath. I don't want it to sound creepy. I'm just saying, anyway. And also I use a fan on stage. You just never know when you're going to walk over by it and just not think about it. And all of a sudden your Marilyn Monroe moment is there. And then
it probably wouldn't work as well for you as it did her.
Right. And just like on our show, all of a sudden you've got a Peter on the show. So,
we got 2 in chat.
2 in chat. Oh, look what you did. That's cool. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, but it was great though. We had a lot of fun. The other 2 guys in the band really enjoyed it, and they were like, we'll come back next year and do that if you want to do that. So both first 2 shows, we got all of the songs in. We played all the songs. So, and people enjoyed them, whether they knew the songs or not. I was talking to a woman who said she really liked. I said something about one of our tunes, and she goes, yeah, I really like that song. I'm like, I don't know that song, but why haven't I heard it? I said, exactly. Blake was trying to get to the show, and then I got all of his messages later.
After the fact.
After the fact, I was like, oh my God. So I'm sorry that I missed those, Blake, but I'm kind of glad I missed them, because otherwise I'd have been too wrapped up and not getting my ass ready.
Was my friend Tammy there?
Yes, she was. She's a cutie.
Yes.
She looks like she's from Rivendell. She's got that elvish look to her.
She just cut her hair recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Like how long was it?
I don't know if I have a picture of her.
Okay.
This reminds me of that one commercial. The guy is taking people around who are becoming like their parents, and they do something. He's like, "Well, one of the last ones I saw this lady stop and saw someone or something." She goes, "I was about insurance." She goes, "Oh, the Johnson said something about insurance," and he goes, "Nobody knows those people. Nobody knows Susie."
Tammy is
Or
Graham's.
Tammy, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tammy is Graham's wife.
Yes.
Did any of her friends go there? Were any of them there?
No, I don't think so. No. Oh man.
That's my group.
Yeah, I've got a new segment for the show, Stuart.
Yes.
Old man injury update. So before last week's episode, I didn't say anything, but
let's hear it.
Like a couple days before, I was putting my computer bag in my car, and I got this weird pinch in my forearm, and it just kept tightening. And while most of the pain is gone, it's still really weak, like the muscle's weak.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck it was. It hurt like crazy. When I had my glass like this,
yeah,
my arm was so weak, I had to do like one of these things. It was
man.
pathetic. But I do have an all-new injury of the week.
Wait, there's more.
Yesterday, we were moving a bunch of stuff, and my back went out.
Oh, no.
So I'm in a tremendous amount of pain right now.
Lucky me.
Yeah. So there's the injury of the week update.
Wow.
Can't wait to see what happens next week. GoGameGo, you do me proud having that C64 top shelf front and center.
Right there.
Oh, that kind of leads to
the Game Aquarium.
So this will be a 5-week series.
And why 5 weeks?
Well, because I have 4 shelves and something on top.
Oh, okay.
It's all the time we get through.
I like how you start that. And why 5 weeks? Because I have 4 shelves.
I guess we could milk it, but I don't know. So this is what's in this case, instead of what's in the game aquarium, it's what's on the game aquarium. So we'll just say we'll show us on top, and then we'll do first shelf next week. There you go, Sega Saturn.
Woohoo!
But see a little switch?
Yeah. That's
this
a
has
mod,
been modded
right?
to play Japanese games, which is really cool.
That's your favorite.
And I told the story on, maybe I already told on here. I don't know. But I was, there's no game in here. I was at a local game store, probably, where was this? I don't know, 15, 17 years ago. And I forgot the name of it. There were several in town, but I think they're all gone now. And they had a bunch of old systems. This is when I was getting into the Saturn. And I saw that one there. I had the Switch on it. And it was $30 instead of $25. This is how cheap the Saturns were back then. I said, why is this one more? And they said, well, that Switch, it's been modded to play Japanese games. I was like, I'll take it.
I'll take it.
And that was like one of the best deals I think I've ever come across. It's like, it's just crazy. It's so cheap.
Did you say, I'll take it and not pay for it? And they said, oh, you're going to pay for it. You said, I know. Just kidding.
I'm going to teach you how to become a millionaire and never pay taxes. Step 1, get $1 million. Yeah. JD is going to go shower.
Well, I wish you would have showered before you got here.
Well, we will take a pause here. We'll start talking again when he gets back.
How long's the shower? Just let us know.
Salvador, yes, I do need that thing.
A satiator.
Hey, Retro Ghoul, how's it going? TV's Hasselhoff.
Yeah, he's back.
We have not hooked up the aerator yet to the game aquarium. The other thing on top of here, I don't know if I've talked about this. I did a video on it. The Bino board.
Bino board.
Bino. I did one video where Silly and I we played a whole game.
That's just fun to. That's just fun to say.
Bino. Again.
Bino.
Oh, I see. It's a soccer board, soccer field.
All right.
And the ball you flick with your finger. It's like a turn-based soccer game. You each take turns. Someone flicks it, and then it does go into goal. The next person does it. And it's actually a lot of fun.
Wow. So you could call it booger ball.
Yes.
Because you flick it.
Flick it.
Flick it like I'll flick you like a booger.
Deep says I need TP for my Bino.
How about a bidet? You could have a Bino bidet. Ooh, boy, I almost didn't get that out of my mouth.
I've never used a bidet. I've never had the opportunity.
I have. I think. Yeah, I know I have. Once. Man.
All right, that's episode 1 of what's on or what's in the Game Aquarium. I guess we'll go in order. Just
yeah, might as well.
this.
Or why not for the next 4 weeks you put the numbers in a hat and just draw them out as you go.
Oh, there we go. Now that we're down to 4, we'll start with a poll next week. Which shelf do you want to see? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Ooh, yeah.
Or you can see 3 shelves right now.
Yes, you can.
Shelf.
Which means maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you save the bottom shelf.
Yeah,
maybe the next 3 weeks we let everybody, or the next 2 weeks we let them take a poll for the next 3 shelves, and you save that last one for the. Although if they just go back and look at last week's show or 2 weeks ago, you showed what was down there. A bidet. Instead of blowing smoke out of your water up it. True story. Smoke and water.
We had things to unboxing.
How many hours you got?
Let's say we've only got an hour and 10 minutes. So
slow it down.
HDK360 has a good question.
Peter, the top shelf I would say is I would call it number 1, the bottom number 4.
Uno.
Is that the question? Game humidor. Isn't that a hookah? Hookah. Oh, so onto the Super Jeff stuff. So 2 weeks ago,
yeah, this is super kooky.
We had an episode talking about it because there was a Rab sent me a link to an eBay post. Oh, Salvatore. Oh.
It only has one controller.
Yeah.
Cackle
so link
alert.
to this Famicom clone called the Super Jeff.
Yeah.
I was looking at it and I was like, what is this? It looked pretty interesting. It looked really goofy, but it looked authentic. So I was looking on the internet before the show. I couldn't find anything. Not a single mention of this thing.
And I couldn't either. I searched a couple of weeks ago when we first started hearing about it.
So then I found out, I guess it was a few days later, a guy on Twitter posted, his name is Obvious Plant, and he posted the Super Jeff system and was talking about how it's the worst system of all time.
Oh.
And he was going on and on about it.
Damn.
Well, anyway, so I think where this all leads to is, by the way, there was a lot of posts on the internet after our show.
Which is crazy.
And I think the show kind of spurred it because there was we had a crazy number of viewers that week.
It's wacky.
Super Jeffs are real. So so he talked about that, and if you read this whole thread, he obviously got to some parts where he was kind of joking around. But then Obvious Plants, not the guy on Twitter, but the guy on Twitter runs this website called Obvious Plant, and it's kind of a neat thing. He goes around, he makes like fake items, and he goes and he puts them in stores, and then takes a picture of it and just leaves them there. So it's, and there'll be really goofy things, but that's what he does. So I mean, I'm assuming at this point that he created the Super Jeff console by printing stuff out, putting it on it. Now I don't know who sold it. I assume he did, but it actually got sold. It went for over $700.
Oh my God!
And in there it said this is for parts only, doesn't work. So I'm assuming he got a Famicom clone, put stickers on it to make it look this new look, make it look old. I mean, he did a great job. I mean, the thing looks amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
I even asked him some questions on Twitter, but I got crickets back. So
Not even any Buddy Holly, just crickets.
Yeah, and then the last part of this, it's crickets without Buddy Holly, which that's the worst kind of cricket.
That is the worst kind. Well, I mean, I don't.
So if you see above my head, you can see it. You can barely see it. It's a Super Ride Grandpa.
Mm.
I'm gonna stay quiet.
So this was for sale on obviousplant.com. And it's a game cartridge and a box. I think maybe in a manual. I'm not sure. But it was being sold for $65 a piece. There was 150 of them, and they all sold out. But it was exclusive for the Super Jeff console. And in the description, it says, this game does not work. This cartridge does not work.
Oh, my God.
But they actually put Super Ride Grandpa out on Steam, so it is an actual game.
No.
It's not the cartridge that they were selling. So this Obvious Plant guy, he's pretty clever. He's it's a neat website. Man, he does some good work. Especially when he makes stuff look old. Man, he's really good at that.
Wow.
See, Eve knows all about Obvious Plant. I've never heard of this website until our show a couple weeks ago.
That's pretty crazy. Oh, wow.
And that is the big update on Super Jeff.
Did we do this one already? I was getting something saved.
Oh, yeah. There was a KFC console. I never even got into it. I didn't really pay much attention to it.
I just don't know how that would ever work. What I don't understand is how's the Amico not coming out, but KFC gets that one done. Did it actually make it out? Did people buy? Could you buy it?
I don't know. I don't know if it was just like a one of a kind or if they actually sold it. I don't know.
Interesting. So interesting.
I'm really curious who bought that thing. If it was like a real person buying this, or if it was just did this guy put it up for sale and just I don't know bought it himself. I don't know what's going on.
Man, well, see, there's a Super Jeff, and here's a Super Stu right here. See, who needs a console? Consoles don't give shoulder rubs. I kick ass on those.
A Stuper Jeff. The Cardinals had a pitcher in 1982 called John Stuper.
That's right. That's right.
Different spelling.
Yeah.
He won Game 6 of the 82 World Series.
Hot diggity. Interesting. I'll have to check that out. That seems like something that we would do.
I just thought it was so cool that there was nothing at all on anywhere on the internet that I could see about Super Jeff console other than the eBay thing.
Well, yeah, and I'm just trying to figure out why nobody was asking about it. It just seems so wild.
I think the timing was just perfect. I think we did a show about it right before the Obvious Plant guy said anything.
Mm-hmm.
I find it interesting that he put it on eBay instead of his store. Yeah, I looked on a store. I didn't see anything about the actual console there other than this game he's selling for it, Super Ride Grandpa.
It's just wrong.
Super Ride Grandpa.
Super Ride Grandpa.
Super Ride Grandpa.
Themes in the works. You can get it. Get it on Spotify. So I know that we won't be doing we did a Nintendo show last week, but I've been playing the crap out of Switch Sports.
Have you gone pro in any of them? You get a message saying you've now gone to the Pro League or something.
Yes, on which one was it?
Apparently, as soon as you play a game 10 times, I think on the internet, I don't know if you online. I think it has to be online. Once you do it 10 times, you get to go to the Pro League, and from there you start at an E-, and you can work your way all the way up to an A.
Okay,
But if you play poorly, you lose a little. experience points.
I want to think that I went pro in badminton. I really enjoy that one.
I played that last. What was that? Was that last Friday with Pete? Man,
Yeah,
he kicked my ass in badminton. I can't beat anybody in badminton. I'm terrible at it.
Really?
Yeah.
The one that pisses me off is when you dive and then he just lays there and you're like, well, okay, now I'm,
Well, from what I heard, it's not really mentioned, but apparently if you're running around a lot, which means the other, your opponent is kind of forcing you to run a lot by putting it in spots where you're not, that you run out of gas a little bit and you trip and fall.
Oh, is that what that's all about?
I think there's a stamina gauge without actually showing it.
Because, I mean, I read that too. I read that and I was doing that to the opponent. I was knocking it over here and then knocking it over there. Although I should have dropped a few short and then knocked one back and then across and forward and out to run.
For whatever reason, I can't get the hang of it. Stasha was asking our favorite games from there. She has it, but hasn't played it yet. My two favorite are bowling and volleyball.
Ah,
I love volleyball, especially. I would like to do volleyball with like 4 people in the same room.
Yeah,
you're doing the bump, you're doing set, and then you're jumping and boom, smashing. Yeah,
I'm having a tough time with the soccer so far. Just trying to figure out how to do that, and maybe it's because I'm trying to do a lot of it. No. Wait, no. Soccer uses the 2, right?
Soccer uses both Joy-Cons.
Yeah, that's right. Because I was going to say, if you got one on your leg, how are you going to work the? Yeah, because you're holding the other one.
Well, I think at some point you can use that leg thing during a game. Right now, I think you can only use it during, like they have some kind of a shootout.
Yeah.
I think that's how you can do it. But bowling.
Pete didn't like the soccer.
Yeah, I like the soccer.
Yeah. I made it out of the house and I made it to the GameStop that night. I did made it in time.
Well, that's right. We were talking about that on Nintendo Show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lance said the Nintendo Show was great. Even had a bonus hour.
It did.
It did, didn't it?
It was crazy. All of a sudden it took off there at the end and we're like, oh, okay.
All kind of weird things at the end there.
Yeah, I need some other Joy-Cons too. I need some more. But you know what? I almost feel like just buying a whole other system. They had it on sale there, and I was like, if they ever do that again, I should just buy another system because 2 controllers are going to cost me
this
half
is my
of the system.
This is my height score.
Oh, 268.
268.
Sweet.
That was 9 strikes out of 12. Best I've done.
Yeah. I think I mentioned it on the show. I played over at Brad's and, Sella kicked our asses. And then I got 208. See, but I cannot get back to that now when I'm playing everybody across.
It's funny. I watched 2 different videos of people saying, if you want to bowl a 300 game, this is what you do. And so I tried both of them, and I couldn't do any good.
Can't get it?
As far as I can tell, what you need to do is figure out if you want to bowl straight or if you want to bowl with a curve.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you do that, you have to keep either of those exactly the same. Mm-hmm. And then from that point, you've got to move yourself to the correct spot.
Right.
Move left or right. And then just keep throwing it the exact same way.
Yep.
And you might get a 300 at some point, but that's how I got to 268. I just bowl straight ahead because it's the easiest for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And they have the markers on the lane, so I just put the marker in one certain spot every time. Mm-hmm. But it's a little tricky because you can't always get it exactly right by moving Joy-Cons. You can get it close, but not always right. So by doing that, I can get 200 every time easily, and sometimes I get 250 or plus or more.
Wow,
depending on how well I'm doing.
Yeah, I just hate when you get robbed. I'm just like, man, that drives me nuts. Because you're like, there it is, same as the last one, and there's a pin sitting there, and you're like, hey, wait a minute. I don't quite get that. That's kind of weird.
Someone just rang the doorbell. It's very exciting.
It's very exciting. I'm so excited.
An unexpected guest. See if they want to be on the show.
No, I know what it is.
No. At the show down there this weekend, there was lots of cool celebrities too. I didn't mention any of that. Shatner was there. Michael Rooker was there. Tom Welling was there.
William Shatner was there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pete.
Candy Graham.
Sam, it's not your copy of WKRP. I'm not expecting it this soon, Pete.
Come on.
Maybe it'll show up for the 2-year anniversary show.
I did just order a new mic stand. One that I used at the gig. They had these nice Hercules mic stands that angle, and it's like really awesome.
Thank you.
So, but they say it may not show up until July. I'm like, what?
Oh, our neighbor brought us flowers for the show. Is that nice?
Oh, that's very sweet. Get those vased up, and maybe they can go on top of the case.
I got a mix.
Oh, Jeff, you look so pretty.
They just really smell.
At you.
They smell good.
I
He didn't say they smell
I said
bad.
they just smell.
She brought
smell.
Finn back too.
Oh, Finn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's got a really nice dog.
Uh,
He's like a medium-sized dog, but he's as strong of a dog as I've ever seen.
Oh my God, he
Wow.
knocked me over.
I know. I don't know how she does it because she's an older woman. She's not very big.
yeah, Carl Weathers was there.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Lance said it's an addition
Lance
to
needs
the
to
Go
stop
Game
thinking
Aquarium.
about it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Put him right up on top.
Nope.
No,
You didn't see
nope.
Carl Weathers. You could have walked by him, and go, ding, ding, and just keep on going. Retro Ghoul, what is y'all's favorite gaming era?
Oh man.
Ooh. Well, that's a tough one.
I mean,
I don't know. I'd probably go with 16-bit. There's so many good things going on then.
well, I mean, do you also include those days that we went to Aladdin's Castle and played video games?
Oh, that was
Yeah.
so much fun.
You know, I mean, that was a great time. I mean, there was, doing all that because it was so choosy, because you had to be choosy about what you were going to use your money to do. So, it wasn't as, it wasn't like it is now where you just, like I've got the why can't I, Dragon's Lair games here. So I can just play the crap out of them and just, so that's pretty giddy. Once you get a game that, like Rolling Thunder, I put a lot of money in Rolling Thunder, but to be able to just play it now whenever I want and suck at it is awesome.
Pete says the pre-crash era, which would be Atari and Intellivision, ColecoVision, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great time.
Yeah.
I would personally go with 16-bit over that, only because that was still like a big time for me playing games that era. And I just like the games better. And there's so much going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, A's Arcade's the best. Retro Ghoul says not counting nostalgia. Ooh, it's kind of hard to separate.
Yeah. I mean,
16-bit, but also I'll tell you another one I liked was that year and a half the Dreamcast was out pumping out games. I still think that might have been the greatest year and a half a developer or publisher or the developers ever had. Sega was just pumping out so many good games, and it really was only a year and a half. And then they said they were pulling the plug. It came out September of '99, and by January of 2001, they said they were going third party. Now they did have some more games that came out, but it kind of, I don't know, it really killed it off for me because it was so depressing. Like, I was having so much fun with that system, so many great games, and they're like, "Oh, now we're going third party." It's like, "Oh, remember that Shenmue 2 game we've been advertising for the Dreamcast? Well, it's going to go to Xbox." It's like, God,
damn it! Ooh, there's a killer question.
Oh, Lance, come on.
That's just
what a terrible question to ask.
I mean, I have to go TurboGrafx because I did not have a Dreamcast. I never had one. Oh, dude, Saboteur.
I think I would go Dreamcast because it was only a short period, like I said, but I don't know if I've ever had more fun playing a system than that. The only bad thing was it was such a short time period.
JD says he's bringing us to the table for dinner, so behave. Oh, behave.
How'd that shower go, JD?
Smells a lot better. Early 90s, yep. Games came complete, and the internet kills the mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. Internet kills the mystery because we didn't know really what we were getting back then. I mean, we had game magazines, but I mean, how many months behind were they?
Yeah. I miss Sega pizzas.
I do miss gaming magazines. There's a handful still out there.
Like what's the
Retro Gamer is my favorite over in England. Oh my gosh, it's such a good magazine.
Yeah, and you have a subscription to that, right?
No, I never have. I buy every so often when we go to.
Thanks, Catherine. What are we having? That's what I need to know. What are we having? I had mac and cheese and hot dogs.
We grilled some hamburgers.
Oh, I almost did that. There's still time, though.
Yeah, I was out there flipping them.
Once we wrap up the show, I might go out and cook a few.
Even with a bad back, I was out there flipping hamburgers.
Ooh, yeah, because some things are worth it. And also, it might have helped your back.
Yes.
So.
Oh, yeah, Retro Gold, the demos in those magazines. Oh, man. Dreamcast had them. Xbox had them. Was it PlayStation 1 had them? Yeah, those were really fun. I mean,
we get Game Informer. We get Game Informer at school.
Game Informer, remember, they just came out when we were at the CES show.
Yeah.
They were handing out free magazines. I think it was their first issue. If not, it was one of their first ones. And the guy that went by the name of Andy, the Game Dandy in Game Informer, remember all the writers had like these stupid nicknames?
Yeah.
He just quit Game Informer like 2 years ago.
Oh, my God.
He was there the entire time.
They're having turkey burgers.
Turkey burgers.
Turkey burgers. Burgers and something. The demos was the best for PS1. Wow. And Sexbot is my radio name.
Yeah, Chuck's show on Monday was just 4 or 5 times these sex bots came in. It was crazy. It kept coming in.
Dreamcast demo disc. Did you have a lot of that?
Oh yeah, because
stuff.
I said there was a Dreamcast magazine I subscribed to mainly because it came with demo disc.
Oh yeah, okay.
I even have the very first Dreamcast magazine. It's issue 0. It's just really short. It's more of a pamphlet than a magazine, but it was out in at Best Buy. They had a kiosk to play the Dreamcast, and they had some Dreamcast games, and then they had these Sega Dreamcast issue 0, which I think were free, I believe at the time. And then I got a subscription for the real thing.
So perhaps you could call it a brochure.
Brochure.
I like a brochure, please.
Brochure.
Yeah.
That's why I put my 2 favorite time periods: the 16-bit and then the Dreamcast era.
Yeah, I mean,
it's Super Nintendo, Genesis, TurboGrafx. It was awesome.
Yeah, but the tough part about it too is that each one, I mean, it's a brilliant question, if you want to zero in on one, yes. However, that's what I was looking forward to, like we all were with the Amico, because each system or game time from which you would choose a favorite has its own wealth of awesomeness, you know, because you deep dive into something. Like when the Dreamcast was out, you were totally digging that. But years ago, we all still get tickled in the brain when we're thinking about playing Atari, you know, and how special that was, or Intellivision, or
I think for a lot of people, I think you had to be there at the time to fully enjoy it.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe not for everyone, but I find it hard to believe too many people, say in their teens or 20s, would want to sit down and play Atari games.
See, I would love to find somebody like that, you know, who's like,
oh, I'm sure there's plenty of people,
Blake,
but I think it's a small number of people.
Oh, and absolutely. I'm just like, I'm saying I would love to find somebody like that, like Blake. It often tells me how he's making his way through metal bands, you know, where you're like, well, I'm totally into this, but I'm still making my way through certain bands, you know. It'd be the same thing with that, where they're like, I totally love video games, and now I'm going to retro myself here and start playing through a bunch of these games, you know. So it would be interesting to talk to somebody who's that way.
My son asked me, he goes, do you ever ask people to subscribe during your show? And I said, not really. He goes, might want to.
Yeah. So in case you want to, here we are.
Well, I'm the same way. Sometimes I'm watching something and I might like it, but I completely forget to subscribe.
Yeah, I've been there too. Yeah. Or hitting the like button.
Like that.
There you go. Boom. Hit that like button.
Hit
button.
Hit it. Slapping Marston's here.
Conky Wait, are we still appropriate with that at the table, at the dinner table? Is that still appropriate at the dinner table? Yeah.
I guess it depends on who's at that table.
Well, it's Catherine and JD.
Conky Dong is fine.
After what JD did on our show a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, those sex bots.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's like some of these names that come across when I'm playing. I may have already mentioned this. That come across while I'm playing Rocket League. You're like, wow, that's not even funny, man. That's gross.
Retro Ghost's favorite is the Sega Genesis. Man, I love the Genesis.
I do too.
I liked it more than the Super Nintendo at the time.
Interesting. There were a lot of games I liked. Yeah.
I like the fighting and sports games in Genesis. They were not as much fun on Super Nintendo. They were slow.
Yeah, I liked the Shinobi games.
Shinobi. And
I liked the which was better than, I mean, the graphics were better than Ninja Gaiden, but I mean, you know, I couldn't make it through Ninja Gaiden. One of these days I'm going to have to force myself to try getting back into that. And then if anybody wants to play Rocket League, we need to get back together. We got to see if Mike and the boys have shrugged off all the dust and are ready to try it again. So still was funny that you were the only one that didn't get to switch. Or how you always
I was the only one that switched. Yeah,
you're the only one that switched. We never did. We just kept getting one of their players while you got stuck on their team. I mean, while you were playing on their team.
When I got stuck.
JD says he wants to Rocket League.
Well, we're gonna be doing some Battle League and Mario Strikers in what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, I got to go pre-order that.
A little over 3 weeks.
Yeah,
because it's June 10th, I think.
Where do you pre-order all your stuff?
I just do Amazon.
Do you? Okay.
I think sometimes Walmart, if you show up that day, I think sometimes they have them $10 off. I don't know if they still. I don't know if they still do. They used to, because I grabbed some stuff from there.
And if that's the case, I'll take the morning off. You know, because they open at 8 or something like that, don't they?
What is June 10th? What is that, a Friday?
June 10th.
It is a Friday because June 8th is our 2-year anniversary show.
That's right. That's right. 2 years.
Yeah, if I didn't have to go into work. So I got to work anyway, so it doesn't matter if it comes at 10 in the morning or 6 at night. It's all the same to me if I'm sitting at work.
All I know is I'm glad Rocket League doesn't take actual gas in the cars because, good God, the prices are going up again. That's just brutal. Lance, how much is gas out by you now? That's what I'm eager to know. Because is it $6 yet or something or more? I mean, can a Switch battery be replaced?
I don't know. I know people were doing it for the Wii U at the time. $450 in Texas. The Wii U had all this. They had a battery like this big, but the battery space was this big. So people were actually going in and buying bigger batteries to take up the room.
Wow.
$5.75 a gallon or Saboteur, where are you?
Oh man.
$5.75.
Well, now how's your little gas station doing by you?
I haven't. Last time I saw it, it was $4.15, but that was like 2 weeks ago.
Right. Okay.
$4.25 for me.
When?
Whenever I filled up my car, it was
$4.25.
$4.25.
$4.25.
But not that gas station. I'm not sure what it is there.
It was $4.17 at Sam's, and then
Sam's is cheapest.
And then I was driving home last night from rehearsal, and it's here. She said almost $5 here in Boston for the cheapest.
Saboteur is in Oregon.
Oh, in Oregon. Wow. Wait. Hey, I'm glad to reach you out there in Oregon and LA and Boston. I mean, this
my nephew's out in Oregon.
That's really cool. Really, really cool. Oh, there you go. Lance says it's down to $5.89.
Down to over $6 for a while. Oh boy.
Yes, Buddy says it's $4.28 here.
On average or cheapest?
Cheapest.
That's really about an average. Because I've seen $4.49.
Yeah, $4.49 in like Circle K, Phillips 66. They're at $4.49.
Look at this. Slappy Marsden said his brother woke up the other day and all 4 of his tires on his work truck were stolen overnight.
Come on, people.
Jeez. God, how long were they there?
I mean,
on 4 tires.
How many were with them?
Maybe it's a pit crew.
Yeah, I know. A pit crew go around stealing.
Do you live near do they live near a racetrack?
They were gone in 30 seconds.
I was
Maybe they're just practicing. Maybe they'll bring him back and put him back on.
Oh man, we are so sorry that happened. Damn it, that's terrible.
LA, Oregon, Boston, Canada. GoGameGo is worldwide.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. And England. It's just nutty though. That last night though, I'm on my way home, $4.23, and then it's more expensive at the other two. I have 3 locations right here at a corner. I've got a Phillips 66, I've got a Mobile, and I've got a Shell. And the Phillips 66 was $4.23, pulled in, put a bunch in, didn't fill it, but put a bunch in, and then came home, took off this morning. It's like a little game. Shell had $4.23, Phillips was back up, and Mobile was in the same boat.
Hey, remember on 9/11, like in the afternoon, when there was rumors that there would be no gas, and so everyone was leaving work to get gas, and there was just lined up.
It's as bad as the toilet paper incident.
Oh, that was the worst.
The COVID toilet paper incident.
I was getting aggravated because they did that thing where from like, at least here from was like 6 to 8 were senior citizen hours.
Yes.
And it's like, well, how can we get toilet paper if these people are going in from 6 to 8 and we're not allowed in?
Yeah.
And they just keep taking it.
Sonny, I could use some help. Could you get this toilet paper out to my car?
You know what had to happen once, and this wasn't during the great toilet paper fades there, but
Wow.
So my son and I, we were at the Schnucks, and we had a big cart. So we had a bunch of stuff in here, and the toilet paper was pretty big, couldn't fit. So we put it on that rack at the bottom that goes under the cart, and we left. And we're going out. We get to the car. There's no toilet paper. It's gone. Now I know it was there because I put it there, and I remember kind of adjusting it as we hit the door. So we turned around, we went back, no toilet paper, completely gone. Went back in the store. Did anyone just bring in a big thing of toilet paper? Nope. I was like, well, how could it be gone already?
But you paid for it.
We paid for it, and it just disappeared.
So you lost out on it?
Well, when I was telling them, the managers came over and said, just go grab another pack, the same one you paid for, and you don't have to pay for it. Just go ahead and leave with it. I was like, oh, that's nice of you.
You know what they were doing to us? Like, they had special healthcare hours. But then, wait. When, like, people would come in their nurse's uniform, they were getting harassed by other people, like, saying, like, because we would spread COVID.
Oh.
They were getting pretty, like, violent.
Well, people got a little kooky for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we never did find the toilet paper. I don't know where it went. There was a very small area it could have been. We know exactly which way we came, so we just went back that way, and it was just gone. But the thing is, I don't even know how it fell off because it was in the front, and my son was to the one side, so it fell off on that side. Obviously, he'd run into it. If
They had a pit crew.
Pit crew. Yeah. On the other side, you'd think I would see it, but I don't know. I guess I dropped it, and someone just saw it and ran and grabbed it and ran back to the car. That's all I can think of.
That's ridiculous.
Who does that? I mean, if you see someone drop something, you just go pick it up and give it to them.
Yeah, hi, here, this fell off.
Maybe it was during the toilet paper craze. I can't remember.
It was. I remember.
It was?
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking this thing up. Is that one of those? Is that a system that you put in, or is that a? Yeah, it is. It's one of those.
Omigo bidet.
Yeah, it's a system like a toilet seat that you just put it on there. It hooks right on.
Hey, Slappy, since you're here, boy, here's a job for you right here. Instead of Omigo bidet, someone mentioned it earlier, the Amico bidet. You can make a nice little drawing out of that. The Amico bidet.
Oh man!
Did you see Slappy's play date?
No.
He took an Amico controller, made it all yellow, and had like a play date game on it, and then the circle had a crank that came out.
Yeah, only crappy games on that.
A lot of stolen cars and car parts being ripped off.
Oh man, come on, people.
I don't know. Slap is in Toronto.
That's some BS right there, man. That is some BS. James Franco movie where they have a bidet toilet and everyone gets obsessed with it.
I like it.
Never used one.
I like it.
My wife likes
I like it.
Never used one.
Well, at least you know what to get her for Christmas.
Seems
You
like a
ass. What'd you get me this for, you ass? No, I got it for your ass. And mine.
Didn't a hockey player for the Leafs just get carjacked after they lost? I don't know. I didn't hear about that.
Holy smokes. Yeah, what movie is that? A James Franco movie with a bidet. Oh, the guy from Breaking Bad. You mean Jesse, the young guy, is in it? The only movie I can remember that he was in was that Need for Speed. I don't think they had a Need for Speed bidet.
That's why they needed them.
Oh, man. Lead guy whose name is escaping me. Mitch Marner's SUV was carjacked in downtown Toronto.
Poor Mitch Marner.
Well, Slappy could have helped. Slappy could have stopped him. Unless he wasn't in downtown. Oh, Bryan Cranston.
Cranston.
So maybe it was a Godzilla movie. Did they have a bidet in the Godzilla movie? Godzilla could have used one.
Yeah,
Sure.
I didn't like that Godzilla movie too much.
No.
Not enough monster fighting.
Right.
The last one was better though. They had a lot more fighting in it.
You talk about the King of Monsters, or you talking about the Kong versus Godzilla or whatever?
I guess it was Kong versus Godzilla, but there were a lot of monsters in it.
Yeah, there was a King of Monsters, and that was entertaining with the.
Yeah, this one. I mean, like I say, it was like the best movie I ever saw, but
no,
but better than the previous Godzilla movie.
You're getting what you paid for, right?
The previous one, the only thing I liked about the whole movie is when Godzilla was wrestling with that one monster, and he grabbed him by the jaws. He just opened his mouth up like that, and he blew the fire right down his throat. I was like, oh, now that was cool.
Look, it's my new ripping barbecue. It's just
Godzilla would need a fire truck as a bidet.
Kiss is in the movie as Kiss, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley. What? That's interesting. So I got to look this up now. Stash has got me so curious now with Kiss in it. James Franco and Kiss. Whoops. Kiss has one eye. Now it has none. There. Movie.
Born Distracted. Papa Pete, we need a Coco-Zilla movie. Coco.
A Coco.
Stashnet's phone died while she was looking it up.
It's not Never Been Kissed, is it? I suppose. Whoop. What's that? Kiss featured in Lost Scene from Why Him? That's it. Why Him? So, why is it a lost scene from the 2016 movie Why Him? Featuring a cameo from Kiss members Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, can be seen below. Released in December, Why Him tells a story about Ned, an overprotective dad with a bidet, and oh no, it didn't say that. Who visits his daughter with a bidet? No, at Stanford, where he meets his biggest nightmare, a bidet. No. Her well-meaning but socially awkward Silicon Valley billionaire boyfriend, who wishes he had a bidet, Laird, maybe he does. I suppose that's where he uses it. He's the one with the bidet. A rivalry, that's not an easy word to say when you're not drunk, develops, and Ned's panic level goes through the roof when he finds himself lost in this glamorous high-tech world, and learns Laird is about to pop the question if he would like to use the bidet. James Franco, Bryan Cranston, Zoe Deutch, Megan O'Malley, Keegan Michael Key, and Cedric the Entertainer. There, you can see it's Why Me? Why Him?
That's a lot of people I've actually heard of.
I know. That's what I was thinking. So that's a movie for you.
Stashnet said that Franco has bidets all over the house in that movie, I guess.
Oh, so it's Franco that does have them. Oh, there it was.
There you go, Slappy. The Miko bidet. So many Photoshop opportunities for that one.
And they're all crap.
Wow, what would be a good idea for that one?
No, I suppose you would have to say they're all the shit.
Yeah. Lance just asked, where's Perry? Perry just walked in the room. She's over there.
Well.
Is there a cat in her bed? Why is she staring at her bed? Perry's just standing looking at her bed, but the bed's around the side of the couch. I can't see. Sometimes when the cat's laying in her bed.
Sounds like a dollar store movie. I am going to start that series, by the way, where I'll start watching these
like someone's in her bed.
dollar store movies.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Dollar store movies. I like that.
Yeah. at least the Blu-rays, because I'm buying them so I can have the cases. I don't really like the movies. They're either sadistic or depressing.
Oh, here you go, Lance. Here's Barry. Barry hasn't been on in a while.
Hey,
Perry.
Perry time. You know what's kind of funny is I just was turning on my stick up there, the Amazon stick, and they had Perry Mason on there. It's a Perry day. It's a very Perry day.
So I'm trying to think, where would the water come out of this Amico bidet? Out of a controller or the system itself?
Yeah, I mean, you would think out of the system itself, but yeah, StashNet. I'm a tough critic too on Rise of Skywalker.
You know,
StashNet, help me out. What did you think of? Did you see Rise of Skywalker first of all?
Yeah.
I'm just going to wait for that answer.
Wait a minute. I'll have to watch the infomercial. So what infomercial? What did I miss?
I like Salvatore's there. To watch the infomercial. It's all there. The infomercial about the bidet? Or
there's an infomercial about the bidet?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I do like what Salvatore said prior. Probably not going to finish any of those movies. I'm telling you, because they're either sadistic or depressing. It's just
the first time Bongo was on the show, he was probably not even half the size. He was so small.
That's true.
Look how long he is. I mean, just my God.
Holy cow. And really, has he darkened up too a little bit?
I don't know.
It seemed like he was lighter color.
That's it for him. He had enough.
He's like, I'm so done.
Yeah.
It's all down here. Yeah, talking about his. Oh wow, JD's trying to get put in a timeout. Okay, so what did you think, StashNet? Or have you heard me? Flushing it with a bidet. Yeah, the Omigo infomercial. I recently watched all the Star Wars movies in chronological order. Oh, so just when they came out, you watched them all that way. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. And then did it go chronologically? How did it go?
Well, hold on. Is this Amigo thing real?
Yeah. It's on Amazon.
I mean, is this commercial? Here, let me show the commercial. See what.
Yeah.
It just right off the bat, it just looks so fake.
No, it's a whole toilet seat.
Well, I guess I should add to stream, eh?
It's a bare necessity. Oh, good Lord.
Then I tried it. And sweet slippery salmon.
This can't be real, right?
Sweet slippery salmon.
Whoops. Sorry. Hold on, I'm going to turn the sound off. Every time we play one of these things, we get hit with a copyright thing.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. Not that it matters at this point, but.
You know what he looks like? He looks like he's going, hello.
That's gross.
That's, what was the dog's name? Was it Wilfred?
Yeah.
The TV show? Where a guy dresses like a dog?
Well, he's a bear.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same deal. He's even got the same thing on his nose.
Oh, I see.
And the scruffy beard.
Yeah.
This is where they got that from. Lance Jennings. Oh, Salvatore said it's real. God, this is so bizarre. Lance Jennings says everything is on Amazon. Amigo bidets and bootleg Chinese GoGameGo masks. Well, they all look like they're having fun with it.
Well, they all look like they're having sex, is what they look like. I don't.
All right, Stashnet's boyfriend says it's garbage. I guess you're talking about the movie or the bidet.
That bidet's garbage. I thought it was okay.
Dual nozzles.
What?
What?
The Amigo.
As if your wife's been waiting for one with a dual nozzle. They never made them. Wait, what?
Oh, a heated seat.
Oh God, that just grosses me out. The thought of it.
Why?
Because it makes me feel like someone was sitting in on it before me.
It's got a light inside.
Okay.
Yeah, a little neon light.
What are you gonna need to? Why do you need to look inside there?
So you know where you're going.
If you don't know, you don't need to be using it.
Hey, the bear is reading a newspaper.
I didn't know they could do that. They can ride a bike.
His beard looks pretty patchy, doesn't it?
I
If you
think
can ride a bike, you can read a paper. Use less energy.
well, I really like the idea of Slappy making an Amico bidet.
I mean, does it really shoot all the poo off your butt? And you don't need toilet paper? Can you
You
trust
still need
that?
it, right? Because you got to
You
dry
still
off.
need it unless you want to air dry.
Right. I'm like, how's that work? That's
But
what I've
still-
never quite understood.
I think it would. I think it would clean it.
So it
And
gets
then
the
you can-
satellites off Uranus,
The big. Never mind.
those asteroids.
Ugh.
When Stashnet was an exchange student in France, the family had a bidet, but she was too scared to try it. I would be too. I would be afraid it would make a mess. Like I wouldn't know what I was
Honey, that's
doing.
why I'm shocked. When we went to Europe, we were in France. That the hotel room had a bidet in it.
What's that thing about France and pants?
I thought it was something to wash your hands. I know what it was.
Oh, stop it!
It wasn't in the toilet. It was separate.
It was it was separate.
It was off to the side.
Stop
of the
wiping
They had
your
a
butt.
bidet, and then they had. That's how it was. That's how it was at my aunt's house too.
Let it be weird.
Salvatore, you started this conversation. You started the conversation about sending Elon Musk a tweet.
How does a bidet help you with pregnancy? Does it like help you
I
get
guess for
pregnant?
people that can't reach their bum.
Well, it would be for any well, remember they used to sell that stick for overweight people. You would put the toilet paper
That's just messed
on the
up.
end of the stick, and then you'd reach it around for people who couldn't get back there.
You know what? It's your body. You should be able to clean
Great for hemorrhoids, Lance says.
Yeah,
it.
I did say something about sex. It looked like they were having sex, not sitting on a toilet. And it has a nightlight. When I was on an exchange, what was that about? When I was on an exchange in France, yeah, the family had a
Oh yeah,
bidet.
she was scared to.
She was scared to try it.
Well, here's a good point by Lance. Ask if they tested it
JD.
out. Is it White Castle or Taco Bell approved? That's a good point, Lance. mix in a few beers with that too.
Here's my question: would you use a bidet in a fast food restaurant?
No, when you come home,
No, I'm just saying if they had it available.
I guess it's
Well-
better than sitting on the toilet.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
no,
the water.
no, just no, none of that.
I think JD's. I think he was just like saying the bear washes his face with the bidet, but I'm reading it like Silence of the Lambs. He washes his face with the bidet.
TV's Hasselhoff asked if he missed something. How does this relate to Rise of Skywalker? This has been a hotly debated topic for months. TV's Hasselhoff.
It's.
It's a recurring thing here on the show.
I guess there's some folks here that don't. There's some folks here that are new to us since all that.
Says Stuart hates the movie. He hates the movie, but hasn't seen the movie.
I haven't even seen the movie. I don't want to see the movie.
Pete thinks the movie's okay. He doesn't think it's the best Star Wars, but he doesn't think it's terrible.
I think we need to get to the root of your aversion.
We
Wait.
already have. It's crap. It's just
Fava Pizza, just like Captain Kirk buzzing around Uranus, wiping out Klingons.
such a classic. That's such a classic.
JD just uses his water pick as a bidet. Dual purpose. Hey. Oh, see here, Stashnet said the bidet in France was separate from the toilet. Yeah, I've seen those.
Yes.
Those are so confusing. It's like, I don't get that.
That's
Oh,
what
I'm
we
sorry.
got
I was
in our
thinking.
hotel room.
I was
I
thinking.
understand it, but where does it go?
I was thinking she was saying that the Rise of Skywalker was separate from the toilet, but I don't think so. You know, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, my question is, never mind.
Is there a video game that spotlights a bidet? I don't think so. I know.
Yeah, I
No
mean,
More Heroes has a save system where you have to go take a dump on a toilet. And when you do that, it saves the game. But I don't think there's a bidet around.
well, isn't there a bidet? There's a bidet in Animal Crossing.
No, you might be right.
I might be crazy, but I just might be the lunatic you're looking for.
I'm trying to figure out which. As soon as you said it might be crazy, I'm thinking, what song is that? What song is that? I couldn't come up with the next lyric.
I just sang it last night at practice. The ending of Skywalker was great.
Now,
Okay.
is he joking, like because it ended? Maybe that's what he means.
Or is he just joking? Is that facetious? Here bidet gone tomorrow. Huh? See what I did there? He says. What a crappy joke. Ah. Oh, good Lord.
So I think we mentioned at the beginning, but in 2 weeks we're doing an anniversary show, which means we'll have a bunch of people on.
In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, you have a diamond.
2 weeks. I heard of 2 of them were card tricks.
2 of them.
I liked Redneck Rampage game. You hit your hick buddy over the head with the crowbar to end the first level.
Oh man, that reminds me of what's the one? It reminds me of in the 8-bit games. What was it? What was the game? I've got it. Bayou Billy.
Bayou? I think I have that somewhere too.
I think it's a Konami game, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah. And Jackal was another good one of those.
So to everyone else, Brian F. added a picture here. He used to just have a green circle with a B.
Ooh, look at the dog. The wolf.
Woof.
Woof.
You ever know people who say woof instead of wolf?
Yeah.
I've known a few people that call it a woof. I'm like,
Well, but that's like you.
there's an L in there.
That's like you. You talk about all this stuff in those back there, and you call them what?
What?
What do you call the games back there? It's a what?
Minis?
Okay, but what is it?
The console?
Say it one more time.
Console?
Okay, it seems like today you're saying console,
Yeah, console.
but you have said council in the past.
I didn't hear the difference. They both. I didn't hear the difference.
No, I think you say console. Not
That's
console.
okay. It's okay. It's like it's also like nuclear.
That's really a console.
Maybe it's something in your. Maybe it's just something in
Remember
your.
we had Cyrus on, and I said console, and he goes, console.
Yeah.
I was
See.
like, what? What did I say?
Yeah. Yeah. In the way that your O comes out, it sounds like an ow. Instead of
Console.
No,
Console.
as opposed to
council.
Console.
How do you say nuclear?
Nuclear.
Yeah, see?
The normal person.
Some people say nuclear.
They're crazy.
I'm just telling you.
It's like saying wolf instead of wolf.
If you watch George Bush, if you watch him, he says nuclear.
Yeah,
And there's other
people. I think it's the first time I remember hearing that. He said,
yeah.
How does he say it? I can't even say it.
Instead of nuclear,
Yeah.
he says nuclear.
Nuclear.
And then I was talking to Brad one day, and he says that too. He says it off and on. It depends. There's some days where he will.
Stuart, do you have a favorite GoGameGo episode? I don't know.
Jeez. They're all so epic.
I don't know which.
Probably my massive unboxing show.
That was good.
At least it seems to be a favorite of a lot of people. I mean, you know. Yeah, there you go. Nuclear. Yeah. Homer Simpson and Vikings. No, I don't say that. I say nuclear.
Nuclear.
I don't say nuclear.
The first appearance of the glass case was a pretty epic episode.
That was pretty epic.
Who brought that up?
Salvatore.
Okay, put him on timeout.
Jeff elevates him instead.
I wouldn't doubt it.
He puts a gold star in there.
I make him an admin.
Salvatore gets a gold
star. Come and
star.
go as you please, Salvatore.
I'll send him the game.
You can come and go as you please.
Each of all been given a 10K medal for that unboxing video.
Is that the night while I was sitting on the floor over there? Is that what that was?
Yeah, you were rooting for those boxes.
You were rooting through those boxes. Glad you can't hear me still going to fig. I don't say my R's. We say ka. Yeah, ka and pak.
I spent 2 weeks in Boston for work years and years ago. And it was so weird because, you sit in your own city, you don't notice anything, you go somewhere else. And wherever we went, everyone was talking so fast. I was like, wow, they're talking fast. I feel like I'm barely getting words out of my mouth. They're so fast.
They talk so fast. You left. Wait, before you arrived. It put you in a time loop. Remote from the mid-90s. Cable box. Yes, I do remember. Yes.
Go Blues and go Cardinals. Yes.
Yes. Hi, Kurt.
Kurt? Is Kurt the only person in our chat usually that's from St. Louis area?
That's from here? I think so. Kurt, did you make it down to Comic-Con at all? And here's what I found out. I finally I got to talking to a gentleman that worked for Wizards World and now works with this fan expo. I guess Wizards World didn't want to do the conventions anymore. And so then Fan Expo, with whom they were working, just took that over. And the people who were working in that division for Wizards World some of them were picked up by Fan Expo.
Yep, Blake is from here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Blake. Yes. That's right. Thank you. Yeah, sorry about that. Blake, I wasn't thinking about that.
Heracle's from here.
Yeah, Heracle's from St. Louis.
Oh, yeah.
He hasn't been on in a long time. He did make an appearance, what was that, a couple months ago?
Yeah. He has his license.
Oh, yeah, he has his license now.
I'm trying to remember if they had, well, we have just a few more minutes here. If you've got anything else, Jeff, I'm going to look up.
Oh, yeah, I only got 10 minutes left.
Yeah. I'll look up and see if they have a date for next year. They already have a countdown. Next year, it's going to be June 23rd through the 25th. And it'll be down at America Center again.
So I don't know if anyone saw this, but the other day, Albert Pujols pitched for the Cardinals, which was kind of cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he pitched the 9th inning.
How did he do?
Oh, he didn't do very well. He gave up 4 runs. But he finished the inning at least.
Oosh.
but he's now played 7 of the 9 positions that he could play.
Wow.
He's missing probably the 2 toughest ones, catcher and center fielder.
Wow.
I don't think we'll see him in center field anytime soon.
You know what? Damn, I should have. You know what? Can you keep everybody busy for just a minute? There's something I really want to show you guys.
If you're not back in 10 minutes, we're shutting it down.
It's not an unboxing, is it?
Oh no. He just got a box full of 1990s cable remotes. Hey, look, when I'm on screen by myself, you can really see that GoGameAquarium even better. Oh, look, you can see the stuff that's on the 3rd shelf really well now.
I think I'm going to slowly put a crack in it and see how long it takes.
Yeah, see, Stash, that close-up of aquarium. Yep.
Nope.
Yep. That's some good stuff there. The glass case full screen. Oh. There's a lot of good stuff there.
Whatever.
We'll definitely do a poll next week to see which shelf to talk about next.
We should see how long it's going to last.
So, I was going to say, here's the night I step away, and then your computer's probably going to take a crap, and you'll be gone. You won't be able to.
I should just shut down the whole video. That'd been funny. Hey, where do you want to go?
So I knew that. I don't know if anybody's familiar with many. Does anybody out there collect comics? I'm gonna start in on Hammer Away talking about different characters in comics and doing kind of a walkthrough with my encyclopedias that I bought. But is anybody into comics out there? I just want to find out. Oh, does it lift up the glass to get into the shelves? It's a door,
No,
isn't it? Right.
But, the other side of this against the wall are 2 doors that kind of open up, but the hinges aren't quite right. So since it doesn't open up right, it kind of keeps opening. So I just push it up against there. I didn't want it to look silly.
Yeah. And although his wife is very clever and very apt at putting things together, I don't think she's really going to be hip to trying to fix it either. Right? So anyway, so is anybody else into comics? Here we go. Savitor. Have my comics from when I was a kid. Me too. Mostly early Iron Man. I've got a bunch of early Iron Man. I'd love to know sometime. I think I'm going to do a show. I'm going to work on doing a Hammer Away show tomorrow. So if you guys want to pop in, I'll probably be talking a little bit about it then. But I'm going to do another Cross Rocks. Let's see. What else is here? JD needs a walkthrough on She-Hulk. And I'm probably going to be included. Okay, yes. And right, it's part of that. Pete, do you have a bunch of Star Wars comics? Did you collect any of those? Hard pass on the She-Hulk. Why?
Hey, Fastback. What's going
on? So anyway, we talked about the Micronauts, right? The toys. Well, I bought the comic books when they came out, and this first issue was the artwork was by Dave Cockrum, who worked a lot with the X-Men comic books back in the day. Cool. And but this was a Michael Golden production. When you open it, it's Michael Golden does the artwork on the inside. So so I took this first issue with me, and he signed it. You can see there, he signed it right there. Above Baron Karza's hand there, and above a Kroyer. And I also, in college, he started another series, which was highly acclaimed, called The Nom. And so I took issue number 1 of that, and he signed it there.
Nice.
Yeah. I'd met him a few years ago, a really nice guy. Well, then don't say anything, but I don't think he watches the show yet. I noticed that I had 2 copies of issue number 3. So my brother's birthday is coming up, and he's a big fan of this comic. So I also got him to autograph one of those, and I'll give it to him for his birthday. So, yeah. So anyway, I almost forgot to show you those, and I know we were talking about Micronauts, especially. That's what the big tie-in was. So
Saboteur has a Howard the Duck number 1.
Ooh,
Worth almost nothing.
That's true. That's true. I have one of my favorites that I've still got, and I don't know that it's in great shape. Is they had a series called Marvel Spotlight, and I had the issue with Alice Cooper. So came out after he had gotten out of the asylum when he checked himself in, and did a whole album. If you want to check out a really good record by Alice Cooper that you may not know, From the Inside is a real interesting album. He had a hit off of it. It's How You Gonna See Me Now was his hit from that album. And it was a kind of a love letter to his significant other. And he was like, how you gonna see me now? Please don't see me ugly, because I let you down so many times. So all that kind of thing. But then he talks about some other real interesting stories from inside, which is why it's From the Inside. Don't remember the Nom. Remember Sergeant Fury, sure. Sergeant Rock, yes. Sergeant Rock, I believe, was DC. Yeah, the Nom it's really good. In fact, there was a company here in town that was doing the colorized versions for the big thick compilations, and I actually did a little bit of that, but then realized I wasn't going to work fast enough and it wasn't going to pay enough. Oh geez. So I still can't bring myself to watch that movie.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, well, Rise of Skywalker. I've never read a comic, but recently bought a Buffy one. Yeah, we are huge Buffy fans here. Curious to read one. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, fatty.
So here's a.
We all did, JD.
I just ran across this tweet on Twitter here. It's pretty funny. This is by a big YouTuber, but I won't say the name.
On Twitter.
I still like anyone knows this YouTuber. He's really good at YouTube, and seems like a good guy. But here you go. He says, this chick is hell bent on going on a date before coming over my house and wants to do something tonight during game 1 of the playoffs for Celtics versus Heat. I told her best I can do is we can meet at the gas station near my house for 5 minutes and I'll buy her a soda. Now we wait.
Now we wait.
And then an update. I'll be watching the game solo tonight.
Wow.
I just thought that was hilarious. Update. I'll be watching the game solo.
Wow. Hasselhoff, I have that same Star Wars comic. It was a large size, had the first few issues in it. I think it was maybe the first 4. All I remember is my brother asking me, why didn't you start collecting the Star Wars comics? I'm like, dude, nobody knew about it. Nobody knew what it was. And JD doesn't have his anymore.
The only comic books I ever had was the 3 comic book series of Brett Hull during his heyday here in St. Louis. And I didn't even buy them. They came with was it Happy Meals, I guess, at McDonald's.
Yeah.
So I got all 3 of them, but I have no clue where they're at. So unfortunately, I don't know where they are.
I mean, that's
I
like
to have those.
I totally forgot about Atari Force and those comic books that came in the game, came in certain games. Yep. Priority. I don't know, man. Priorities is one thing, but I was like, I ain't getting rid of these. Jeff of Goodwill Hunting. Big game for the girl. My cousin gave up tickets to go see Monsters of Rock with Van Halen, Scorpions, Metallica, Kingdom Come, Dokken, and all these bands to come to my wedding. But he didn't give up Bowie tickets. He made it back to go to see that one.
Pete, the Brett Hall comic did not come with a 6-pack of Bush. Brett Hall is on a local commercial here during Blues games, and God, the guy's just hilarious. He just seems like he's having a party 24/7. He's having a great time.
And I enjoyed Rom as well. That was a good book. Didn't collect anything today, still like Rom. Yeah, I like that one. And Machine Man. There was 2 series that came out back in the day, and I'll be going through those characters. Devil Dinosaur and Machine Man were both 2 of Jack Kirby's last creations to get into a series. Well, maybe not, but he was going to do a character called Bombastic. Was one of his very last things he designed. Yeah. So anyway, I liked Rom too. That was an interesting book. An alien kind of interesting stuff. Robin Williams character. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, Rom had a cool look. Yeah. Said I missed Monsters of Rock. Yes. Yeah. OU812. I did see the tour. I didn't see Monsters of Rock, but I did see the OU812 tour. OU812 tour. I did see that. It's not dead. Just shut your mouth. It's getting heated with these comic books. Classic beer commercials. I'll tell you which one's going to make my list. Is the Bud Light one where they're in the dungeon, and the guy comes creeping back in with Bud Light, and he's like, "Where have you been?" And he's like, "Such and such." And he's like, "You're gonna get us in trouble," but I got the beer. Yeah, and the one girl who's like a cheerleader, she's like, "Yeah, shut up, Brad." Brett Hull comic sounds cool.
It was called The Golden Adventures of Brett Hull.
And do you still have it?
I haven't seen it in years. I have no clue where it went. There was 3 of them. I remember that.
Okay. I'd be interested to know if anybody's got any Atari Force comics.
Some of those old magazines would really be cool to have.
Yeah. And Pete, did you ever say anything? Did he say anything? Did he have any Star Wars comics? Because he's such a big fan. No, I didn't. Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Yeah. He used to have a comic rendition of the original Star Wars that was a paperback book, but a comic. Yeah. Yeah. Believe it or not, it came in a box of laundry. Yeah. Okay. I remember you saying that. Interesting. Wow. Wow.
Pete, you can call me Ray. Or you can call me Jay. Oh, man.
You can call me Ray. You can call me Jay. You can call me RJ.
I don't think that guy is still alive, because wouldn't he be great to have on the show?
Oh, man. Well, I have some ideas for you that I want to talk about. So, John Madden or Bob Uecker. There you go. A Super Jeff comic. Jeff could actually do it. He could draw it up. Oh, dude, you could have him go up against the monsters. That'd be pretty bitchin'.
That would be.
Issue 1 of Creepy Magazines. I'm actually thinking about a publication too, based off of Hammer Away. So I've kind of got it dated out. I'll have to talk to you about it. Growing up, I would get a stack of comics used from a half-price bookstore. Got Cars, Mad, Infinity War. Wow. Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you, Pete, for getting us started there. We got to go. I remember having comic books that had cool
Ian
video
slipped
games.
in right before the end.
Lock and Chase Burger
How's it
Time.
going, Ian?
Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about, Lance.
Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please
Pete's
give us a
wrapping us up. We are in overtime.
We are in overtime.
So we're done talking about the bidet.
I guess so.
We got to go game.
Well, we just need to go and we're out of here.
So yeah, thanks everybody for hanging tonight, talking bidets and a bunch of other crap.
Well put.
And I'm unsubscribed so I can subscribe again. I don't think it works like that. Is that like running your car backwards to try to get rid of the mileage?
Speaking of comics, I'm a huge Mad Magazine fan.
Yeah, I remember
just a long time ago. They were on 60 Minutes. They were talking about, I guess this was the 90s or 80s. I don't know. They were still around.
Yeah.
And they had one subscriber from some Latin American country. I can't remember where it was at, but he didn't resubscribe. So they took the whole office, a small office. They went down to meet him personally to ask him if he would subsribe. It was basically like a vacation for them, and they got him to subscribe again.
Oh my God, that's brilliant!
Wow, how fun is that? Can you imagine that guy? He's probably just shocked.
That'd be like us doing a show all of a sudden showing up at Pete's house, or you never know. Oh.
If you hear a knocking on your window in the middle of the night, Pete, it could be us. Or you might want to run. Sure.
One of the two. Or just yell out, "Damn you, go game, go."
He doesn't even get out of bed. He just yells it.
Oh, man. What a great night. Bidets and comics.
Yeah, we really touched on some subjects tonight.
We really flushed that one out.
Yeah. Bidet's the nightlight. Well, I can't wait for that Amigo, the Amico bidet.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Hopefully he's able to hop on that. That'd be cool. So,
all right. I guess that does it.
All right. Oh, Blake's watching Cozy Powell play drums. All right. Everybody be cool. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. I got to get that together. And
yeah, tune in tomorrow for Hammer Away.
Hammer Away tomorrow. I'll post it and do what I do. So.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Right. See you.
See you.